Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome back guys to another video. And as promised, this video stems from my previous video, Happy Birthday Sega Zombie. So guys, if you've not checked out that video, I'll put a link or whatever it is you got to do so you guys can click on that first. But as promised guys, there's many videos going to stem from that video, and it's great. I love it when this happens, when the videos sort of intertwine a bit, because there's so many tales to tell. And me and Pedro, VHS Bootlegers, after my birthday celebration on the Saturday, he stayed over and he was very keen to go to one of my local car boot sales. And we had a right blast, me and Pete. We were very tired. We got up at the crack of dawn and we ended up at my local car boot sale. Now, Pete bought an awful lot of stuff and so did I. And I'll put a picture up now of what I picked up. Nothing too significant for the channel, pickups wise, in what I'm going to keep. But, you know, I'll share that with you. I've put that on my Sega Zombie Facebook group and also on Instagram. Guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. And if you're in Facebook, please join the Sega Zombie Facebook group. There I will put a lot of pictures up of pickups and things like that, and what I'm up to, what I don't necessarily talk about in videos. Which leads me on to another thing. There's some really exciting news, guys. I keep touching on it. All will be revealed really soon. In the next couple of weeks, it'll all be revealed. There's going to be a really exciting series running on this channel, guys. A new series of videos that I'm really looking forward to. And also the live streams. I'm not giving up on the live streams, guys. I know I've given it a rest for the last couple of weeks with my birthday weekend and stuff like that, but there's going to be a regular lives video, and there's a series there that I've been sort of like toying with and playing with the idea of it for a number of years, and I'm looking to bring that series into fruition and go with that live. That's really exciting. That's going to involve plenty of tubers, and that is going to be quite an exciting thing. I'm looking to put that out on a Friday night if possible. Friday, Saturday, I'm not sure yet, but it's going to be a regular thing, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Loads of banter, and ultimately talking loads of retro. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. But let's get back to this video, guys. Me and Pedro from the VHS Bootlegers at the car boot sale. I've shown my pickups. I'm sure Pedro will show his on his channel. We had a great day. A lot of varied stuff picked up. But what this video leads to is a contact I made at that car boot. It was right at the end, actually. Right on one of the last rows. Pedro was looking at this guy. He had a bit of everything. Real vintage sort of stuff. He had vinyl, he had DVDs, he had books, he had memorabilia, and ultimately what Pedro was interested in were the cassette tapes. He had music cassette tapes. Some really good stuff, actually. Some real classic 80s movie soundtracks, which were awesome. And Pedro struck a deal with the guy on that. And we got chatting to him, a lovely guy, Paul Scales. And I got chatting to him because I was picking out loads of empty music cassette cases. And he said, oh, why are you wanting the empty cases? And I said, well, I collect Sinclair Spectrum games, and a lot of them come in these single cassette cases, and I need a lot of replacements. And these were in good condition. And he was like, oh, really? I've got a Spectrum bundle, which I believe there's 2 Spectrums in there, in my shop. And I was like interested straight away, as you are, guys. And I said, wow, you know, where's your shop? And it turns out that his shop is in the village, sort of like about 5 miles from me. It's like, well, I'll definitely come and visit you. Paul gave me his card, which is Auto Memorabilia. I think you can find him Ace Auto Memorabilia. He is on Facebook and Instagram, I believe. Yep, Instagram. But yeah, Ace Auto Memorabilia. I'll leave some links in the description box below this video, guys. Went and visited Paul on the Tuesday. He opens Tuesday to Saturday, 10 AM to 5 PM. And after a bit of kerfuffle, because I put it in my sat-nav and it took me to the high street of this market town, and I couldn't find him. There was a big, huge antique shop, a big, huge showroom, you know, quite upmarket, and I was like, it's saying it's here, you know, and I just couldn't locate it. It turned out it was behind this antiques shop in a barn, sort of like behind a converted barn, and it wasn't until, because I got there a little bit early, and when Paul sort of opened up at about 10 o'clock, I then realised that's where he was, because obviously he was bringing stuff out and he was putting his sign up onto the main road. So instantly I recognised Paul. I went straight over to him and said, "Hi Paul, it's Scott, the guy you met on Sunday at the car boot. I'm looking to have a look at this Spectrum bundle." And Paul said, "You've got to bear with me. There is lots in this shop, and I've got to set up first." I said, "That's fine. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm now going to run the footage, because I promised Paul, it's an amazing shop. He's got a bit of everything in there, and I just loved it. The quirkiness of it, it's just full of nostalgia, guys, and I want to share this with you. So let's cut to that video now of what I took of Ace Auto Memorabilia. Check it out, guys. Wow, what an absolute treasure trove. You've got choppers, you've got Triumph motorbikes, you've got bits of cars, you've got all the memorabilia of cars, so much stuff in there. He had music, he had DVDs, he had books, trinkets, everything. It was an Aladdin's cave of nostalgia, it really was. I spent a good 2 hours with Paul, chatting away. A great guy, he made me cups of coffee, and finally he dug out this Spectrum lot. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the games right now, game by game, and wow, I was blown away with what's in this box, guys. Blown away. So there's a number of games to go through. I would say there's at least 30 here. We'll start with the big box ones. First up, we've got Daley Thompson's Olympic Challenge. Absolutely great condition, most of these games. You know, it's got every single flyer, poster, everything that's supposed to come in these games is here. You know, this was a looked after set. I love how it's got this massive poster in it. I really do. Look at that. That's an instruction leaflet and a half in it, guys. But look at that. That's fantastic. Daley Thompson's Olympic Challenge. Next up, a game I've never heard of. Let me know in comments if you know it, guys. And that is Skateball. I was thinking that this was going to be a bit like Speedball. It's distributed by Electronic Arts, but it's sort of like sideways view. I don't know if you can see the screenshots yet there, but yeah, Skateball. And again, it's got its instruction card there, the tape, and what I love with all of this old stuff is it's got like someone's original sort of tournament. Look at that, guys. So someone's like got a tournament going there, all his mates named there, all the different balance skills of the team. Love it. I love it. I love it. Memories, history in just this one game. But Skateball, I'm looking forward to loading that one up, actually, because it is a game. It's really sparked my interest, and I've never ever seen it before. The screenshots, as usual, are Atari ST and PC, so it doesn't show the Spectrum screenshots. So it was commonplace back then, wasn't it, guys? We'll move on to some of the dual case games. We've got Mission Impossible. Again, all complete in its box. We'll move old Sonic Book that way. Can't beat a bit of Leaderboard. An absolute classic, and that is Paperboy. The original double case Paperboy, which I'm really chuffed to add. A lot of these will be staying in the collection, guys, with its pull-out instruction manual. All in fantastic condition. Absolutely made up with that. We've got a double pack here. We've got Pirate Apache Raid and Pirate Collie Wobblers. Never played either of these games, but what a name. Collie Wobblers. No, Collie Wobbles. Sorry. Collie Wobblers was the sequel. But that is brilliant. Like I said, I've never played these games before. Again, guys, if you've got any memories of them, let me know in comments. I do remember this one, and I can remember it being really hard, and I couldn't get anywhere with it as a kid. So it'll be interesting to go back to, and that's Tarzan. Again, these just need a bit of a clean, guys. They're in fantastic condition. Another classic here. And I remember playing this one quite a bit when I was collecting the hit squads, and that is The Great Escape. This one does need a case replacement. It's broken on the hinge there, but it's all there. Lovely condition inside. But yeah, The Great Escape. A game I recognise the cover, but I don't remember the game, and that's Hydrofall. It's like an isometric sort of puzzle platformer game in the vein of Head Over Heels and Night Law. But yeah, looking forward to that one. Next up, we've got Shockway Rider. Now, this one does look really cool. Shockway Riders are the pick of the street gangs. athlete, aggressive and arrogant as they cruise along the triple-speed moving walkways that circle the great megacities of the 21st century. The ultimate aim of every rider is to go full circle. To do that, he must fight off the block boys, the cops and the vigilantes, as well as negotiating the speed traps and rider ramps erected by the angry local residents. Shockwave Rider is the most original arcade game of the year, the ultimate future shock. Really looking forward to playing this one. Again, I have no memories of that game. Nothing at all on that one. This one, lots of memories on. And it was hard as nails. I wanted to be able to be really good at this game. And I can't remember what children's TV program it was, whether it was like one of these Saturday morning things, but I can remember them playing 720 on television, like a phone-in poll or something like that. Can you guys remember what it is? Because I've got memories of watching 720 being played back in the day, and I just so wanted the specky version of the game to be as good as that, and it never was, obviously. I can remember my mate having this on the C64 and it being a lot better on the C64 than on the Specky, which pains me to say it. But yeah, I always found it a very tough game to control on the Specky. 720. Loads of memories though. I remember the arcade game fondly. Another classic Konami arcade game, Shaolin's Road. Cracking little game that is. Really enjoyed this. The smash hit follow-up to Yi Ar Kung Fu. But yeah, a cool little game. Lovely little concept. Really nice game to have. A film I loved. The game, not so much. Short Circuit. Again, these are just fantastic. In really good condition. Crazy Cars 2 by Titus. Now, I remember loving that game back in the day. But God, it's really not aged well. But what's really cool about this is it's got the little instruction booklet there, but it's also got this that I've never seen. Don't remember it, but it's got the map, which that's got to be a pretty rare thing to find in one of these games. The age of it. That's awesome. I love the little bits like that, but yeah. Crazy Cars 2. Hybrid. Another one that looks really interesting. Yeah, so any memories of Hybrid? Love that box art. Glider Rider. A game I always wanted to like. Loved the music, but just couldn't figure out back in the day what on earth you had to do in this game. It was a big game for the time. When was this? 1986. But yeah, Glider Rider. I think what we might do, guys, is we're going to run out of room. So I'll move them down there for now. Glider Rider. Legend of the Amazon Women. Again, all complete. Lovely condition. It's got the pull-out leaflet in there. Remember the cover to this game. I do really remember that artwork, but don't remember the game. So that'll be an interesting one. Captain America in the Doom Tube of Dr. Megaloman. Fantastic stuff. We'll put that up there. An absolute stone cold classic. One of the best games on the Spectrum. And that's Target Renegade. Nothing more needs to be said about that. Again, it's all there, guys. Lovely condition. I believe I've already got Target Renegade. It's Renegade that I need to get since moving on the hit squads. I believe it is the original Renegade. I need big box. So that's a dupe. Which, not doing too bad. I believe Target Renegade so far is the only dupe out of this set. I believe. Off the top of my head. Next up, we've got Advanced Tactical Fighter. I was never into these sort of flight scenes. The only sort of simulator sort of game like this I really liked was Gunship. I think most of us liked that back in the day. I think it was the fact that it was a helicopter. But yeah, don't really remember this one too much. We've got Jack the Nipper. This one I do know I've got. It's a great game. It's such a great little game, this. Unfortunately, it hasn't got the badge. I know this come with a badge, I believe. But it's got the instructions. That's all in there. And I do already have Jack the Nipper. So this one, again, will be a dupe. Cracking little game on the specky. Next up, we have got Pub Games. And I remember liking this one back in the day because it had darts and table football. I can remember really enjoying this. What we got? We got bar billiards, table football, darts, dominoes, pontoon and poker, and skittles. I remember playing this game for ages. And I loved the sort of like caricature, you know, the cartoon style of the cover. So much going on in the picture. I used to remember being really little looking at that. Again, it's all in there. And again, someone's put their sort of like high scores in there, which is great to see. Love it. That will stay in there. Then this is a great game. I've got it. This was a trade. I'd done a trade with Sio and Ginger Hippie Gaming. And he sent me this game, a fantastic game this. Ultimate Play the Game, Wanted Gunfight. Cracking little game. Wanted Dead or Alive, Ultimate Play the Game. This one's supposed to have a head cleaner, I believe, which isn't in here, guys, but it's in fantastic condition. But again, that one will be a dupe. Next up, we've got Revolution, a Crash Smash. A unique 3D animation game which puts you in control of a realistic bouncing rollerball through countless hazards to solve intriguing and complex puzzles. I don't know anything about this one, guys. Let me know if it's any good. But yeah, it's all there. A classic game that used to frustrate the hell out of me and threw me into a rage. Marble Madness. I'm sure it did for many of us. My memories of that are on the NES. I remember my brother having that on the Nintendo Entertainment System. We've still got more, guys. An absolutely awesome conversion on the Specky. Enduro Racer. A great game. Love this on the Spectrum. I believe I've got this one. Again, you know, I had it Hit Squad. And I believe, again, with a deal I done on Sinclair for sale, I've got this. I will double check and make sure. I'm starting to lose track with some of the Specky games now. In what I've got and what I haven't got. A game I absolutely adored in the arcades. Every home conversion of this game was great, apart from the Spectrum release, which is awful to say, but it's true. And that's Kung Fu Master. Absolutely love the box art. I don't own this, so it's great to actually put it in the collection. It's in fantastic condition with the instruction manual. It shows the actual arcade game, I believe, in the screenshots. It's definitely not the Dire Spectrum one. Oh no, screenshots seen from the Commodore 64. It says on there. Look like the arcade. Absolute classic. We're running out of room, guys. Next up, we've got Winter Games by Epix. Loads of these sort of games back in the day. Again, it's complete. It's got all the instructions. I'm not sure if I've got this one. I'll have to check. An absolute classic. This one, I keep saying absolute classic, don't I? But this was a great game back in the day. A game I never finished. I never got that far in this game. That's Head Over Heels. Gonna have to go back to this game because this is a really highly regarded Spectrum game. On all the 8-bit micros, to be fair. But it's got its original sort of fold-out instructions there. Fantastic condition, this one. Really clean. But yeah, Head Over Heels. Awesome. Game, one of my favourite games in the arcade. One of my favourite games of all time. Unfortunately, the Spectrum release of this left a lot to be desired. And that is Outrun. I so wanted this to be good. Unfortunately, I loved the graphics were good enough. The sprites, everything looked really good. It was just it ran so shockingly slow. It's like a Ferrari going through treacle. It's got both tapes in there, guys. It's also got the pull-out instructions, all in great condition, which was great to see. And it's also got outrun, tape 1, load, enter, press play, stop tape, then loader. 3 for Kempston, 2 for traffic, insert tape 2, side 1. Put 0 on tape counter, press play. Please turn over. Stage 1 is 0, stage 2 is 24, stage 3 is 64. So it's documented all the load positions. I love all that. Love it. Yeah, look at that. I do believe I have this. I do believe I've got that one, guys. So that will be a dupe. But I think that's in better condition than mine. Look at that so far. So that's the dual cases. We also had these two. We mustn't forget those. What I might do actually is put those two back there. I'm sure you can see them in shot, just so we can see the bundle forming. Then we've got some clamshells. I'm not sure if I have it. I know, again, I had it Hit Squads. It's complete with the instructions, and that is Hypersports. A fantastic game on all the 8-bit micros, that. Then we've got the fantastic Space Harrier. What a game. I'd love to own the original arcade cab of Space Harrier. That is a grail item for me. But yeah, Space Harrier. Played well on most of the micros, this. I remember having lots of fun with this game back in the day. This one I do own. But I'm not sure if mine's got the manual. So this will be a definite upgrade. I'm pretty certain mine's missing the fold-out manual, which is complete in this one. This game I've never seen before, but I remember obviously the film Nosferatu, the very first sort of like horror films. This one's got no manual in the clamshell, but a lot of these, yep, they're all in there. So this all folds out, and you've got the instructions in the inlay, which is kind of cool. I like that. Let me know in comments. Is that a text adventure? Nosferatu the Vampire. A game I have the original release for this, a Gremlin graphics game, and that is Rocco. I actually have Rocky, which it was originally called, but they had to rename it due to obvious reasons. This one doesn't have an instruction manual. Again, is it in the inside there? I'm not sure on this. Yep, again, it's got instructions on the inside cover there. Great little game, Rocco, or Rocky. But yeah, I have the original variant of this. I might keep that one just so I've got both variants. Because to be quite honest, it's Rocco that I remember. I just was fortunate and picked up the Rocky version of this. Then we've got Scooby-Doo. Remember this game, wanting to love this game. Again, back then, I really couldn't figure out what you had to do when I was young. But yeah, I can remember it having really fantastic graphics for the time, this game. And this one, again, has its full pull-out instruction manual. It's a Scooby-Doo. Then we've got a classic here. This one I know I've definitely not got, so really pleased with this, and that's Monty on the Run. Another Gremlin graphics game. Those of you that follow the Spectrum Spectaculars will know that I am trying to go for a full Gremlin subset for the Spectrum, at least. But yeah, the instructions are in the back there. Really chuffed to get that. And then we've got, what we got here, Popeye. I'm hoping this is like the arcade game, but I don't think it is. To say the least, I've never seen anything like it. The animation is wonderful. Now, I'm sure this is the really big scaled graphic Popeye game, which I do remember back in the day. I've not played it since way back when. But yeah, isn't this the game where Popeye's really big? Sort of similar to Trapdoor. Really big sprites. Possibly the same guy. Coded both games, possibly. I'm not sure. Let me know, guys. Is that the version I'm thinking of? This really threw me back 30 odd years. And that's Jeff Cape's Strongman. Jeff Capes was massive in the 80s. Strongman competition was huge back then in the sort of like early to mid 80s. And I remember loving this game. Kind of plays similar to Decathlon, but obviously instead of Olympic events, you've got Strongman, where you've got a roller car, log chop, car roll, fairground bell, sumo wrestling. Loads of different events in there. Like I said, guys, it's got this little instruction manual, great condition. I'm really pleased to add this one to the collection because, like I said, as soon as I see that cover, I was blown away by the by the nostalgia I got from seeing that again. That's fantastic, that. And the final clam is World Series Baseball. I do like these sort of early Imagine clamshells. Don't think I've got World Series Baseball, so that's a nice one to add to that little set. So really pleased with that. We have half a case here. Alien 8 loading instructions there are stuck. So we've got the instructions to Alien 8 and we've got the sort of insert, but there's no outer box to Alien 8, unfortunately. So we've got the manual, which has got a little bit of damage, sort of water damage. This, yeah, it's all stuck together. It's got damp, moist at some point, but yeah, that's in a bit of a sorry state. So that's in the bottom of the box. And then we've just got a few single case games here, not many actually. We've got the Spectrum 48K Double Play Adventure, the Hexagonal Museum, and a Tangled Tale. A great game, this. I believe I've got this. Agent X. Remember really enjoying that back in the day and thinking that this was a great Mastertronic release. For $1.99, that a solid little game. So really pleased with that. And Bossaconian, is that an arcade port? I can never pronounce it properly. Bossaconian. Yeah, not a bad little port on the Specky. I believe I have that as well. This one I really remembered the front cover on as well. Loads of nostalgia for this, and that's Molecule Man. Don't remember the game, so that probably ain't a good sign, but I really remember that artwork and that cover, which is fantastic. And wow, one of the early games I remember playing of this sort of caliber, and that is Microgens Automania. I can remember being a little young and struggling with this game, but I can remember my older, my uncle and my dad playing this game a lot. And I was just blown away by sort of like that you was sort of like in a garage, you're building your car and you've got like tyres and tools chasing you down. Yeah, I really loved this game back in the day. So really looking forward to playing that, and that box art is fantastic. The memories all in fantastic condition. I know I don't own this, so I'm really pleased to add that. And then in the bottom there we have got Crash Presents December 1989 tape there, which will become apparent very shortly. And then we've got a box full of leads. This is all the cassette tape leads, RF leads, power bricks. Everything is in there for the Spectrum. Now, Paul first showed me this one, This one was sort of like laying on the top, and it's the 48k plus. Me and Paul, because he didn't really want to sell me the bundle until we'd tried setting them up and to see if they powered up and worked, which I was happy to do for him. He wasn't sure in the best way of going about it, so he pulled out a TV and we set them up. This worked fine. No issues with it at all. It's a little bit dirty, a little bit grubby, but that's going to clean up. It's going to be a lovely little project to get that all working. The legs are good. It's actually in pretty damn good condition, to be fair. There's no marks on it. It's just extremely dusty. But we will sort that out. Absolutely buzzing when I see that. But then right at the bottom of this green box here was this next item, which absolutely blew me away. This is the Spectrum that my dad got as a replacement for our 48k back in the day, and I was gutted. When was it? Very late 80s, early 90s, I'd say. I come home from school, this Spectrum had gone and it had been replaced with a +3. I can finally say after nearly 30 years I've got one back in my life. And that is, oh yeah, the Spectrum 128k toast rack with the heatsink on the side there. Absolutely chuffed sick. I never thought I was going to get one of these again because they just command crazy money. Absolutely blown away. I remember having sort of sweaty palms thinking, is this going to work? Me and Paul, we set it up. It works fine. It's got a solid, sharp picture on it as well. I did notice that going through the keys, some of the keys were a little bit intermittent. I'm hoping that I strip this down, give it a clean, hopefully clean the membrane. It's going to be alright. But it's not the end of the world. I'm sure I'm going to get this reconditioned. Everything I can do to get this back to its former glory. I am absolutely blown away that I've got a 128k toast rack. It means so much to have this back in my collection. You know, I'm really loving the Spectrum journey, guys, and I have so many fond memories of this one. I can remember, I can't remember the game, but I can remember getting in such a rage with this, and I can remember hammering down on it, and I think that the legs gave away and I did damage it, and I was so upset, so distraught that I damaged this. There's so many memories that come flooding back with this. But yeah, the old game rage you used to get when you was a kid. And I remember the desk. I had like this wooden desk. It's like a sort of like a writing desk. It wasn't a computer desk. And I can just remember when I used to sit there waiting for games to load, I used to run my nail into the grain of the wood. Just stuff like that. Just come flooding back. But yeah, absolutely made up with that, guys. So we've got the two Spectrums, which I don't own either. So I'm happy to clean these up and add them to the collection, because they're both iconic single-air Spectrums. This just blown me away. But it doesn't end there. We've got all this bundle. Now, you're all probably wondering how much I paid for all this. I gave £150 for this whole bundle, which I think is a cracking deal, especially with what Paul threw in. He said, look, I want 150. Well, he said, I ain't selling it until I know it works. He was happy with it working. He said he wanted £150, and he throwed in some great stuff, guys. It don't end there. We have got 2 bags of life down here, absolutely chocker with magazines, and they're all Crash magazines. I'm going to go through these quickly, guys, because there's so many, but look at the cover art to that and the memories. This is a rabbit hole that I didn't really want to go down, but these are absolutely amazing to go through. Just seeing the old advertisement. This one's full of all the covers. This issue alone has got all the covers in it, which is Really cool. I said I wasn't going to take too long in these, but look at that. Extra 3D glasses inside. Yeah, there's actually 3D images in here. Oh, I forgot about that. It was really popular in the 80s, wasn't it? I've lost the page now, guys. But yeah, look. But I love that cover art of Rampage. That is fantastic. And we've got Zoids. Who remembers Zoids? Wow, this is November 1985. Most of these, I believe, are 85, 86 and 87. This one, Frankie Goes to Hollywood on the cover. We've got the Christmas special. Again, oh, this one's 1988, so perhaps we've got some of the 88 ones there as well. 86, this one. Just all the memories that these invoke, spark. So nostalgic. I used to read these from cover to cover. Seeing the fantastic advertisements. Look at that. Dodgy Geezers by Melbourne House. Robocop on there. When's this got to be? Late 80s, yeah, 1988. Another Christmas special, guys, from 1988. We've got, is that it? Is that Desert Strike? I don't know what that is on the front there. What that's over? Thunderblade. Of course it is. Thunderblade. Got Stallone Rambo 3 on the back. We've got Batman on the front of that one. Just having a real quick flick just to see what we've got in here. Oh wow, look at the advertisement. Fantastic. There is lots of these, guys, so I'm literally going to have to smash through them. This one's 1989 Crash, LED Storm, Driller. Oh, Thundercats on the back, guys. December 1987. Renegade 3. Oh, less said about that game, the better, I suppose. March 1989. Exclusive Renegade 3, the final chapter. First screenshots inside. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, the memories, guys. The memories. Oh, wow. This was the ill-fated Conix arcade experience that never materialised. Look at that. I can remember being so excited for that, and it never ever materialised, did it? A little joystick review here. Stick It. Super Professional Zip Stick. Rating 4 out of 5. The Starfighter 2 out of 5. Micro Blaster 4 out of 5. I've never seen that one. The Micro Blaster, guys, down in the bottom there. I need to track one of those down. I recognise all the others. I can't spot the old Renegade screenshots, but yeah, fantastic cover art. Oh, Ghostbusters. Game is that one? Chuck Yeager's Advanced Flight Trainer. 1989, that one. There is a few in here without covers, but it's still going to be an interesting little read. This one's issue 4, April 1984. They've done what I used to do, and I used to take a lot of the covers off my magazines back then, which I'm sure most of us didn't, put them on my walls. So I'd imagine this one had a fantastic cover. April 1984, issue 4. Yeah, these are all without covers, these ones. There's quite a few. So we'll go through those. Yeah, there's quite a few, unfortunately, without the covers. but they're in fantastic condition. They've just got no covers. Right, so we'll just bung them there. There's I would say a good dozen without covers, and we'll come back to that one. We'll go back to these though, the complete ones. We've got Crash 1988. Look at that awesome cover. So as you can see, I'm going down a mighty rabbit hole here, guys. July number 6, 1984, 75 pence. Wow. Oh, Moon Alert. That's a game I've got to get. I haven't got that on the Specky. Loved that game back in the day. These are the really early ones. Number 7, August 1984. Number 38, March 87. June 86. This one's a little bit beaten, but it's there. Number 8, 1984. Turbocharge your Spectrum on the back there. Number 9. Love it. Oh, this one's fantastic, this one. Jack the Nipper on the front there. Look at that, guys. Wow. July 86. It went up to £1. Just going to get lost in these. Dan Dare. Love it. Absolutely love that. Again, September 1986. We've got Miami Vice on the back there. Absolutely awesome. And October 86. Bit of a Western themed one there. This is the later ones. This one, 1989. Unfortunately, it's had a bit of a nibble on the corner, that one. How it went all thin, sort of like in the late 80s. How it changed its style. Larger magazine, less pages. Not a huge amount of content to be sure. Some nice artwork though. Look at that. Magazine and cassette for £1.50. Yeah, these are all 89, I believe, guys. Oh, Cabal on the back there. Tusker. Myth, what a game. That's one I need to get in the Specky collection. Christmas special. Number 71, December. Went up to £1.95 then. Oh, look at that. Operation Thunderbolt advertisement. That is stunning. Another one with Dan Dare on the front. As you can see, guys, there is so many here. We've got Black Tiger. So many. You know, was it worth it just for these magazines? Let me know in comments, guys. Cybernoid. April 88, we're going back to the 88 now. Action Force. Beyond the Ice Palace. Let's just go on and on and on. The Empire Strikes Back. Salamander on the back there, which is fantastic. Look at that Road Blasters advert. The Great Guiana Sisters. Alien Syndrome on the back there. Reminds me so much of Mike Shed and his fantastic t-shirt and artwork he done for that. Cybernoid 2. Leaderboard Joe Blade 2, gold, silver and bronze. The James Bond, The Living Daylights. Again, we're still, this is 87, this one. Another one from 87, August 87. Love that cover. That's brilliant. They're sliding down the spectrum. And then we've got the Renegade advert on the back there. What fantastic artwork that is. Absolutely awesome. I've got plenty of reading time here, guys. Oh, it's just fantastic. I love it. And we've got 87 again. Another one without a cover, but look at the artwork on that. Commando box art. What one is this one? This is issue number 23, December 1985, this one. You've got Muggsy being advertised there. It's a shame because the ones without covers are in fantastic condition. They're just like I said, I'm sure the covers have been used. Got 1985-86 Christmas special there. (1984) issue number 4. Look at that. What a sinister front cover that is. Got a wrinkle in there. June 87. Barbarian. Classic game, Barbarian. Oh, we've got Renegade on the front of this one. 87. Bit of biplane, Flying Shark. Another fantastic game. Numbered 49, February 1988, that one. Oh, Max. Was it Max Headroom? That's it, Max Headroom. I was going to say Max Bygraves. March 86, number 26. Top Gun Flies In, February 1987. Issue 37. And this one's got to be an early one, isn't it? Number 20, September 1985. And then the final one of these guys. I said there's a lot, and it's number 16, May 1985. Then you've got High Rat Fans, Roland's Rat Race advertised on the back. So, you know, I haven't counted them up, guys, but that's a lot of magazines. And he throwed them into the bundle box. But it doesn't stop there. He said these come with the same magazines, and he just gave them to me. I know nothing about it. I really don't remember it, to be fair. And that's Whizzer and Chips. And we have got absolutely loads. I love the style of the old English comics, like the Beano, the Dandy, Eagle, which I've mentioned. And my favourite of all time back then was Scream, which didn't run for very long. So Scream and Eagle was more what I remember. Obviously I had the Beano Weekly as well. But yeah, 22p. June 1985, came out every Monday, Whizzer and Chips, and there is absolutely stacks of these. I remember that snake, actually. Do kind of vaguely remember it. But let me know, guys, what's your memories of Whizzer and Chips? There is absolutely loads of these. Oh my god, can you remember this? The Weetabix advert. Guys. What? A free whoopee cushion in that one. Let's have a look at some of the characters. So I'd imagine it follows the same format as what the Beano and the Dandy. Sid's Whiz Kids, Sid's Snake, Toy Boy, Store Wars, Animal Lad, Chips, Lollipop, Sammy Shrink, Boy Butler, Calculator Kid. But yeah, there is loads, guys. There's absolutely loads of them. There's another big stack. So all of those just whizzer and chips that he bundled in as well. And then as he was helping me load all this up, as I was packing away the Spectrum, he had like this cabinet that is in the footage, and he had this little glass skull. And those of you that know me, I collect skulls. I have loads of them, and I haven't got a little glass one, and he chucked that in as well. So all of this, guys, for £150. Let me know, was that a good deal? I believe it was an absolutely amazing deal, considering that I've got the toast rack and the Spectrum Plus and all of these games. You know, how many games are in this bundle? There's over 40 games in this bundle. The 2 Spectrums, the 128 toast rack, which I am absolutely buzzing to have one of these back. And there's got to be in excess of 50 Crash magazines there. All these Whiz magazines, Whizzer and Chips. And then we've got all of these Crash magazines without covers, which I'm going to put in with the Whiz and Chips. But yeah, all these Crash magazines, you know, I am absolutely made up with that, guys. Let me know nostalgia and memories of any of these games that we've shown today. I want to hear your memories on Spectrum in general, the Crash magazines. Some of those art covers are absolutely amazing. So many more videos to come, guys. Branching off from that birthday video, we've got a Spectrum Spectacular video got to be made on the Spectrum next. I've still got so many Spectrum games to share with you guys. I've got a whole crate of games that I've picked up and I've not shared them with you. Obviously I've shared these with you. I had a big Spectrum haul on the car boot a few weeks back, so I'm falling behind on videos, but we will catch up. And watch out, stay tuned, guys, for these live streams. I'm really excited about some of them. That's it for this video. Until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.
Sega Zombie. Sega Zombie. Sega Zombie.